Hey everybody and welcome back. Certainly glad you could join me today. Matt here from Thundawn Games, and today I'm going to talk to you about a bit of light theory to help you with your Daz Studio renders. Before I get started, a huge thank you to everyone who subscribes and hits the notification icon. That really helps me out. And of course, a huge thank you to my members and patrons. Your names will be running across the bottom of the screen as we speak. So the reason we need to talk about this is because a lot of people struggle when they're lighting multiple characters in the same scene. And that's because the lighting is kind of difficult to get your head around if you don't understand a few basic principles. So what I've got here is a simple plane as a light source. Then I have two spheres, and this sphere is 1 meter away from that plane and this sphere is 2 meters away. And as you can see, the light is considerably dimmer on this sphere. Now we'll ignore the fact that this one being closer means that the relative size of this light source is slightly larger, so it wraps around a bit more. We're going to ignore that for now, and we're just going to talk about brightness. Now when it comes to light and how it affects a surface, we use the inverse square law, which means if you double the distance you get a quarter of the power. So the light hitting this sphere is only a quarter as powerful as the light hitting this sphere, which is problematic. If these were characters, for example, and you were trying to illuminate them equally, you'd be having significant trouble because obviously the character 2 meters away would only be as quarter of as well lit. And the only way to fix that by creating other light sources would be to have ghost lights. And if you have too many light sources in a scene, it can significantly slow down your render. Now the easiest way to fix this is actually quite simple, and all it is we increase the distance away from both of them so that the relative difference in distance is reduced. Now, if you didn't understand what I said there, I'm going to do my best to try and explain it again. So, at the moment, the difference in the distance between this sphere and the light source and this sphere and the light source is 2. In other words, this sphere is twice as far away from the light source as this one. And in order to minimize the difference between the luminosity of the two objects is to reduce that difference. So for example, I've got my plane selected and I'm now going to move it to 1000 away. Now, as you can see, the light is considerably dimmer on both objects, but the relative difference is now much smaller. This is 900 centimeters away, so that's 9 meters away, and this is 10 meters away. So now the difference is only 0.1, which is, I think you'll agree, significantly less. So now if I increase the brightness of this, we've moved it 10 times further away. So let's just throw out a random number and see. Now, as you can see, both spheres are lit much more evenly, and they're probably blown out a bit. So I'm going to drop that down and just see how much we can get away. Yeah, that's not blown out now. So as you can see, the object is now much further away, but our two subjects are lit almost, and you could say arguably, that they are really equally lit. You know, it's not going to be exact, but it's much better. So the point that you need to take away from this is that if you're having trouble lighting multiple characters in a scene, move your light source significantly further away and then just increase the luminosity to compensate, and then you'll find that your characters are much more equally lit. Now, what we were also needing to look at was the relative size. Now, the basics of it is that the relative size, i.e. how big the object appears, is going to affect how soft the light appears on the subject. So if you're moving it much further away, the light source is going to appear to get much harder. So you're going to lose some of that nice soft gradient that's going on there. And the relative size to the object is inversely linearly proportional. Which means if you move it twice as far away, it needs to be twice as big. So we've moved this 10 times further away. So we are going to have to increase its scale overall by 1000%. And unfortunately, doing that in Daz Studio significantly increases the brightness of the object. So we're actually going to have to come back into our Surfaces tab and reduce this back down to probably about 100. So there you go. So now, as you can see, we're getting that nice wraparound effect that we had on the sphere before, but now we're getting it on both of our objects because the relative size difference is not that big. It's no longer twice as much, it's now a tiny little fraction. So again, another very important thing to remember is that you're moving it further away, you need to increase the brightness and increase the size, but in Daz Studio, because the brightness increases with the size, you just need to change the size and then tweak the brightness afterwards until you're happy with it, and then you'll get your nice even lighting that appears to be soft on both subjects. Thanks very much for watching this short video. I hope you found it useful. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.